Hey.
I know you weren't expecting to see me, but this is going to be a long one, so I'm letting you know in advance. A woman's submission in a relationship, more precisely, a black woman's submission in a relationship.
I need to share with you an excerpt of a conversation that I had with a very new client of mine. And this is on something that just has to be said. Her words, she's 32, he's 33. They've been dating for about 2 years. And I said, so what's the problem? She said, well, he wants me to be more submissive. I said, so how are you already being submissive? What are you doing? She said, well, I cook for him every week. I wash his clothes every week. I make sure that he has food prepared for work to take to work. I make sure that his clothes are all good so he doesn't have to deal with that. I said, oh, so you all live together? He said, no. She said, rather, he has his own place. I have my own place, but I'll go see him on the weekends, and I do all of that on the weekends. I do all of his cooking for him, all of his prepping. I said, oh, interesting. I said, was that his idea or your idea? She said, it was kind of both of our ideas. I said, oh, okay. And he's not opposed to any of that? She was like, no, he wants more. I said, so let's pause here. Number one, how do you define submission?
You're going to notice that I actually do with a lot of this gentleman's content because it usually has something really important to say about relationships, and I do mostly agree with what he said, and I'm not doing this to actually go against what he's saying. Contrary, this is a repost from last year, and having to go through the video one more time kind of made me think about the subject again, and I now realize how different I feel about the subject 1 year later.
The submission is doing what your man wants you to do. She's 32. I wasn't surprised, and I said that to her because that's a lot of what people think. There are a lot of people that think that's exactly what submission is, and it's not.
So I just wanted to share my thought on it. And yes, I still feel that, as you were saying, a woman should submit to her man only when there is a commitment. But I'll actually go further this time around, and I do believe it's not even in the commitment that the submission should come, because a committed man doesn't always, I don't want to use the word deserve, but doesn't always bring forth, is what I want to say, the submission in his woman, right? So it's all about the man's capability to lead. In women, we are made to detect that. We don't even know we are looking for it, but it's instinctual. And if it's not there, then you have the feisty and the contrary woman, argumentative, I can do everything all by myself type of woman, because you can hear that everywhere on social media. Women do need a certain amount of safety to feel that they can actually let go of the reign because of history, trauma, because of all that women had to endure. And the same way we have epigenetic, and we all have trauma passed down to us from our ancestors as black people. Imagine with a woman, um, you have the same issues as the other black population with, slavery, colonization, whatever you want to call it, because it's the same if you ask me. For black people, I mean, it can be different for other race, but it's the same. I'm originally from Africa, and they just switched the name up at some point. That's it. Women do need that bit of safety because it's pretty much ingrained in us. We don't even know we have that, right? Because it kind of blindsides you. You fall back into your masculine, and you take over the reign of your life, and you don't allow anybody to come and make you feel vulnerable, because you cannot trust. No matter how you love, trust is not there. And that's another lie that they've been telling us. Men saying that love means trust. That's not true. You can love somebody and not trust him. That is it's so not true. But anyway, that's another subject to talk about. But yeah, those are my 2 cents about this situation. For a woman to submit, the man has to lead. Commitment is not enough. Submission is for a wife. Yes, I said that a year ago, and it seems at the time right. Not that is wrong right now, but marriage alone, commitment alone is not enough. Definitely not enough. So
let me explain what submission is. They're a woman or I'm a woman and they're a man and we don't have to submit and do all that stuff. Is archaic. This video isn't for you. I believe that spiritual stability is a part of being whole. Explain that to her. Ladies, if you're a girlfriend, you have no business submitting to your boyfriend. Girlfriends don't submit to boyfriend. Until you become a wife, your main priority is you.
Feel free to go into your comments, give you your own thought about it, and let's talk about it.